Hi, my name is Floyd, and I own this 1978 Islander Bahama sailboat, Lima Charlie. When I first went on board this vessel, I knew it would take a lot of work and a lot of money to bring her back to life and have her running good, sailing good, and looking good. Now, months into the project, I'm finally starting to see some positive results. So if you'd like to come along and experience this challenge with me, please subscribe to my channel and always feel free to leave a comment. Thank you.
I wanted just to take care of a little unfinished business here. I did finally get the refrigerator relocated. I put some black matting, rubber matting down at the bottom so that it won't slip and slide. Still have the molding to put together and varnish and install, but pretty much this is it. The bar that you see here is just a scrap piece of aluminum that I put in place because tomorrow is haul out, and as they're lifting this boat and moving it around, I don't want the fridge to fall out. So the last piece of unfinished business that I want to show you is the anchor locker, which, as you know from the last video, I've been working on, and that is finally installed, and there she be. And I think if this video shows it sufficiently, you'll be able to see the stark contrast between a freshly refinished and painted part of the boat and then the rest of it, which doesn't look that good. There's still a few little touch-up items to do, but here it is on the inside. As you can see here, I painted with the bilge paint on the inside, then trimmed it in the white. Same thing on the inside of the anchor locker. This panel up here is access so that you can change the navigation lights if the bulbs burn out. So that's what we have here. Good morning, folks. Let's get in together. It's early Friday morning. It's cold, but it's calm and clear, and we're headed down to Driscoll's for our haul out. So here we go. So here is my boat, and it is on a stand right now. And what I am doing, they allow you to do your own work here. So while they're doing the through hull and getting ready to paint it, I'm helping to prepare the hull for painting. And you can see some of the work I've been doing today so far. I've sanded all of the blisters out of this area, or at least all of the large ones. We're going to leave the smaller ones. But after you burst the blister, just like the kind you might have on your skin, once you bust those, then you fill this with an epoxy, marine grade epoxy filler, and then fiberglass over the top of it, and then they will come behind and sand that fiberglass down and paint it. But you can see the little dots. Those are blisters, but the worst ones are up at the bow, and those are the ones that I did on the port side this morning. And now after I do that, then I'll have to come over here and do this side. And as you can see, these are this side is not done. I wanted to pause a minute and show you this. Notice here how the fiberglass is exposed and over here it's not. What I suspect happened is, and other people have said this too, is that this boat ran aground at some point and they ran up on some rocks or something, and they had to replace the fiberglass structure in the bow. And the reason, and in addition to the problem of having run aground, I think, and the bow damage, which is a definite, is that they used a inferior, probably not a marine grade fiberglass to repair, or at least the fiberglass resin, maybe not the fiberglass, but the fiberglass resin. It would not hold up to the salt water, and so this just chips off, as you can see here. But when you get back here to this area where all it is just the blisters, the entire paint layer doesn't come off like it does up here. So I think from about right here forward was a repair from an accident. So I thought I'd share that with you. Right, so here's the next shot. I just finished filling the places that I had sanded and the blisters that I opened up and sanded. And so this is what it looks like when it's all filled. And the next step will be to allow this to dry, and then put probably 2 plies of 6-ounce fiberglass over the top of this. And then the guy that manages the yard said if I will fiberglass it, that they will sand it and finish filling and paint it. So while that's drying, I'm going to come over here and tackle this. The area that I sanded on the other side probably took me about 2 hours, and this is probably going to take me, and it did take me to put the filler in only about 10 minutes. So another 2 hours on the other side, put the filler on, and then go back to the strut. All right, guys, checking back in with you, and I now have the bow area fully sanded, and it's ready for fiberglass. You can see I found some blisters hidden underneath here, so those will be filled with a mixture of epoxy and chopped fiberglass. This is my lovely assistant. And you may have heard of the show Dr. Pimple Popper. Well, this is Dr. Blister Popper, and she's doing a fantastic job. We're just drying out the places that the blisters that she's popped, and making sure that they're dry so that we can start filling them with the filler. And then once that's dry, tomorrow I will sand them down smooth. We will not have to fiberglass over the filled blisters. There's a lot of things going on here on day 2 in the boatyard, and I just had to show you one of the things that's going on. It's going to be kind of loud, but I think you'd like to see this. Look at these. Anyway, guys, here is... Over here? Yeah, that sailboat right there. So here are 2 550 horsepower motors, brand new, that are going into this boat. And I have to imagine that this thing is going to haul buggy when it's in, when they are in. But this is incredible. Look at those beautiful motors. Okay, checking back in with you. I have finished all of the work that I needed to do on the boat, which consisted of popping the blisters and filling them, like you can see here. It ain't pretty, but it ain't gonna leak either. So, and besides that, it's under the water. So the gentleman has already masked the line where the bottom paint goes, so it goes from this piece of masking tape down, and this area of fiberglass that you see here, and the same on the other side, is where I stripped the paint over the weekend and fiberglassed over it, and then put a filler in the weave of the fiberglass. So this is now ready for paint as well. So the entire boat is ready for paint, or the entire bottom of the boat. While we're waiting, I wanted to bring you back here and show you an amazing boat. This is, I don't know how big this sailboat is, but the word is that it belonged originally to Peter Fonda, the actor, and now someone has bought that. And the gentleman that told me that it used to be used to belong to Peter Fonda said that the woodwork, you have to actually hire somebody that is full-time taking care of all of the bright work on that wood. But anyway, that's a shot of Mission Bay from the boatyard where my boat is. And if you look about over there, say about 10 rows that way, that's where my boat lives when it's not here. Here's something you don't see a lot these days. This is a wooden vessel with a lead keel. Probably about 45 feet, 50 feet maybe. It's got two likely diesel engines in it. I would say this one's been around a while. And if you really have a lot of money, something like this might be more your taste. Look at the keel on this. It's probably 20 feet long. This is, I would imagine, a racing vessel. And here is a boat that's getting ready to go back in the water. The manager of the boatyard, his name is Max, and he's the one driving the hoist. It is just amazing what this vehicle does and how it does it. He's got to be exact with those wheels to make sure that it goes down the sides and doesn't fall into the water. So he'll get it down there far enough and slowly lower it into the water. I just want to show you guys what the through hole looks like when we've pulled out the old one. And there's the hole that's left behind. These are called flush mount through holes, and that is the replacement right there. So that gets adhesed into the hole with a bonding, usually a 3M 5200 formula, and then on the inside the ball valve is screwed into or onto that brass fitting. Take you back here one more time to the strut. I've sanded this on both sides. You can see the brass coming through here. Now my next step is to fill this. Because it's kind of pitted, so I'm going to fill this and then fiberglass over the top of it. Well, here she is, folks, all painted up and ready to go boating. Got the rudder Nice and cleaned up. The guy did a great job. Did a really good job. And all those places under here that used to look so ugly are mostly gone. As you can see, there's still some blisters, but they're the small, shallow ones. Here's one of the new through hulls. Nice valve on the other side. Up here where I did all of the fiberglassing work, this looks outstanding. And especially on this side, this really cleaned up nicely. So I am very, very happy. We ready? We're ready. We don't have a whisper pole. We don't have a whisker pole. Oh, shit. Fuck. We going back in or are we going back to the dock? We're not going back right now. Okay. I'll come back and get it another time. Okay. Baby, and I'll put it over here. Nope, I want you to drive the boat.
You're a little close here, a little close, a little close. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are some before and after pictures. The 5 days in the yard were quite demanding, but seeing the results, I can say it was all worth it. I'd like to dedicate this video to my wife, who was there whenever I needed her. Thank you for watching.